see you, bro.
What's up?
Gabe, I got to start with a little bit of nostalgia, man. You know, this upcoming January makes 14 months, or 14 years, excuse me, since you had one of the most historic fights in middleweight history in the last 25 years, and probably one of the most historic fights in Madison Square Garden in the last 25 years. Do you think back to that at all, especially with Triple G, his name being in the news recently as being a Hall of Fame balloting?
Yeah, man, I think, so you talking about the Golovkin fight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I fought at varsity with Lemieux. But, yeah, man, I think that was crazy, man. You know what I mean? That was my HBO debut. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy to be able to, I was growing up watching Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant call fights. And then to be able to be, fighting, and they're calling my fight, that shit was kind of crazy, man. But, you know, Golovkin right now, they're talking about him being Hall of Fame. I mean, I think he deserves it. You know, he tied Bernard Hopkins with the most middleweight title defenses, 20 title defenses. He was the guy nobody wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when they say he don't got big names on his resume, it's like, you know, I don't think that's really his fault. But he beat a lot of top guys. He beat world champions. So, man, he definitely, I think, should be in the Hall of Fame.
What do you think about Ryan Garcia's comments on his Hall of Fame status? Because Ryan was on Inside the Ring Live saying he don't think Triple G's Hall of Fame.
No, yeah, I saw that. But you know, Ryan didn't grow up on Triple G. So like, Ryan's a lot younger. So you know what I'm saying? Like, when I fought Triple G in 2000, what was that, 14? Like, no one wanted to fight Triple G. I was ranked #1 at 54. My mandatory was K9 Bumbridge. I could have just chilled and fell back at 154 and fought K9 Bumbridge. But you know, like, Triple G had like that thing when nobody wanted to fight him, so I kind of just wanted to show, just being a knucklehead. I wanted to show the world I could beat this guy. You know what I mean? But, you know, look, Golovkin, man, he was that guy where he was stopping everybody. And he was being top quality guy. So, yeah, you know, Ryan didn't really grow up seeing him. So, you know, I can see why he feels that way. But, you know, when you really seen Triple G and see what he's done in the sport, I think anybody would say he's a Hall of Famer.
Last week, obviously, we saw LeBron do tennis in your hometown of Philadelphia. You know, it's in trouble forward. What do you make of his performance? And people already talking about the Virgil Ortiz fight. How do you see that matching up?
Man, he did what he was supposed to do. Don't play with your food. You know what I'm saying? They said the goal was a tune-up. Well, that's what you do with a tune-up. I mean, and I hate the word tune-up because in reality, like, man, you know, Buster Douglas was supposed to be a tune-up. And look what he did. So, you know, you really can't call guys tune-ups. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, a guy could be dead, could be hungry, and just shock the world. So, but he showed that guy wasn't on his level, and he didn't play with him. You know what I mean? Like I say, he didn't play with his food. He got him out in the first round. I love the fight between him and Virgil. I think that's a top-notch fight right there. That's Sugar Ray Duran right there. You know what I mean? Of this era. So I love that fight.
Eddie Hearn was telling me that he feels that Boots is the natural successor to Terrence Crawford. Are you as high on Boots in that comparison, or what do you think of that?
That he's the next Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, essentially.
No, man, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I think Boots, you know, he got the speed, he got the power. He has the ability to switch orthodox and softball. So he has a lot of tools in his arsenal, man. So, you know what I mean? I think I guess what would be his biggest flaw, but at the same time, it's his greatest asset, is that he could box you and it'd be a boring match, but that's not him. He like to walk you down, so he can give an opponent an opportunity to catch him. So like, let's say a guy like Virgil Ortiz, who's a big puncher, strong guy, you know, he's going to give Virgil opportunities where Virgil can land his shots. Because Boots ain't the type of guy that's going to run all day. He's not a born fighter. He's a fighter. He's going to sit in the pocket with you and he's going to bang. So that's his style, man. So it could work against him or it could just work for him. But I love it. I love his style.
Chance, talk to me about you. You came in the ring today real energetic. Did you miss being under the bright lights?
Yeah, man. I'm good. I did an earlier workout today. You know what I mean? With the sauna suit. You know what I mean? Got my sweat on. But yeah, man, I feel good, man. It's New York City, man. New York is actually my favorite city to fight in. You know what I'm saying? I fought at the Garden, I fought at Barclay, I fought in a couple, you know, events when I was first coming up. So it's just the atmosphere is close to Philly, you know what I mean? So And I mean, yeah, man, I love it, man. So, I feel good. We're doing everything right. That's why my energy's good. The camp was good. We did the last 2 weeks in Puerto Rico. It was hot as hell. You know what I mean? But it was what we needed. So, yeah, man, it was good.
What about your heart? How much is your heart, your hunger still in it? Because
Yeah.
you gotta be into the fight.
It has to, bro. It has to, that's one thing about me, man. I can always count on my heart and my will. I know nobody's ever gonna take that away from me. But at the end of the day, man, heart and will is a big tool. But that's not. You gotta see. I think there was a point in my career when I was coming up where I depended too much on my heart and my will, and I knew I could count on that. And I think I slacked a little bit on the fundamentals. I slacked a little bit on the basics. The little things that make a big difference. Because I knew I got heart. And that's the worst thing you could do. But when you got the heart, the will, and you got the determination to put the work in and work on the skills, and maybe I gotta better my jab. Maybe I gotta throw more jabs now. Maybe I gotta move my head more. And you be honest with yourself. I think that's when it's a whole different ball game. And I feel like at this point in my career, in my comeback, I know I got the heart. I know I got the will. But it's a matter of really staying sharp on the skills and the fundamentals of boxing.
Is that the kind of statement you're trying to make on this fight?
Yeah. I think the perfect example of it is Crawford. What Crawford did in Las Vegas against Canelo Alvarez was a 38-year-old man who perfected the fundamentals and the basics. He didn't do nothing special. He didn't do nothing out of the ordinary. He fought a disciplined fight behind a jab, sharp defense. Got in the inside when he had to, stood in the outside when he had to. It was picture perfect. And then on the other hand, you had a fighter who depended on his reflex, who depended on his power, and all he had to show that day was he was trying to throw that one punch to hopefully knock out Crawford, and it wasn't there. So I think you got Crawford, who was an older fighter, but stuck to the basics and the fundamentals, and you saw that. And then you got Canelo, who's the younger fighter, who's supposed to be fresher, but kind of got away from the basics and the fundamentals a little bit, and was kind of jammed. He was stuck because he was just trying to pull that trigger, and the reflex wasn't there no more. And that's the thing, man. You gotta, as we get older, like you got Usyk, 38. You got Badu Jack, 41. Crawford, 38. I mean, Bivol, 35. But these guys are, if you look at them, what are they? Fundamentally sound. You know what I'm saying? They all got great jabs. They all got great defense. They all got great movements. And they all got heart. And they all can bang when they had to. But they don't have to because they so good, they can just depend on their craft. So I think that's just key, man. That's the beautiful thing about boxing. You can always learn, you can always get better.
You can take one more question. I just want to follow up on that real quick. I got a question for you. In terms of Canelo Crawford, do you think time would have made a difference in the sense of a lot of people are going to say Canelo was at the end, he was spent a little bit, whatever the case might be. But do you think Crawford beats him on anything?
You know what, man? I really do believe that Canelo was flat. I do think that at his age and at his level, you're fighting, you're staying busy, you're staying active, and that's training camp after training camp. That it does break you down. So I think what would be wise for Canelo is to take time off, to just get back into it gradually, and he can give Crawford a better fight. He can, but I think he needs some time to relax. Because the sport of boxing takes a toll on you, especially at that age. You know what I'm saying? And I think Crawford was fresh. And I mean, Crawford was the fresher guy that night.
Speaking of big fights, playing Jake Paul coming up in November.
Yeah.
What do you make that fight? I mean, more so the perspective of Tank is the first current active world champion facing Jake Paul. Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Listen, man, he making 40 mil is what I hear. Get your money. Because listen, this sport is brutal, dog. We got hustle and bustle. And to put yourself in a position where you can make that kind of money, you can't be mad at Tank. Make your money, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, who's going to feed your kids? Who's going to take care of your family? Who's going to take care of you? So I ain't mad at Tank. Get your money. And at the end of the day, Jake Paul is in a league of his own. And hate on him or not, whatever, at the end of the day, he's bringing attention. And there's actual growth. there's good fights on the card. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it, man. Jake Paul's on the lane of his own. It's great entertainment. It's boxing, but it's just a different sort. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it, man. It's bringing buzz. It's bringing boxing to Netflix. People who wouldn't know the guys that fight on the undercard are now seeing new talent. I'm not mad at it, man. I support it. I mean, before I was a little confused by it because when something's new, you kind of like, you know what I mean? You can be a little ignorant to it. But I think right now I get it. I understand it. So I think it's cool, man. Tank, get your money, man. Get your money.
Gabe, how do you see that fight play?
I see that fight play.
Yeah.
Well, I think either guy could really get knocked out because Jake, he can really fight. I'm not saying he Tank level, but what makes the fight even is the size advantage. Tank is a great fighter, but he's 140. And we're talking about Jake Paul, he's 200 pounds, it's a heavyweight. If one of those shots let go, and you gotta remember, what Tank is not used to is the height and reach advantage. So maybe Tank could drop and think he's away, but Jake got that extra 3-4 inches that Tank ain't used to. They can catch him. That could make a difference. But at the same time, Tank could punch too. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tank hurt Jake. So it's going to be fun in the aspect of entertainment, man. It's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And they're making a lot of money.
Do you think that Tank has to win this fight? If he loses, does it impact his legacy?
Well, he don't have to win this fight because it's not a pro fight. It's an exhibition.
But they judge it.
Yeah, but it's not on nobody's record. You know what I'm saying? It's an exhibition.